Hi fans, welcome to Rampego TV channel. Today's news, I'm going to talk about the tattoo on Jungkook's arm. The Korean entertainment world was once again rocked by one small detail that did not escape the intense attention of fans. A tattoo with an eye on BTS's Jungkook's arm that created an incredible stir. The question immediately hit the public: does the tattoo depict Lisa Blackpink's eyes? This allegation is not only sticking out, but ignited a wave of speculation, conspiracy theories, and the search for visual evidence is so intense on various social media platforms. In a matter of hours, this topic has become a global discussion. The eye tattoo is clearly visible in some close-up portraits as Jungkook appears without long sleeves. Observant fans immediately compared it to various portraits of Lisa's eyes, which are known for their sharp shape and distinctive eye line. The result? Many concluded there was a striking resemblance. Is this just an artistic coincidence, or a hidden hint from the idol? It's not the first time fans have dug into details of Jungkook's personal life through his tattoos, but this one is different. The details are too specific, the expression of the eyes is too similar, and the position is too prominent to ignore. In the midst of a fanatical culture filled with theories of shipping between Jungkook and Lisa, known as liskook, the appearance of this tattoo is considered visual evidence that has been awaited by the couple's supporters. Of course, neither Jungkook nor HYBE's agency gave any official statement regarding the meaning of the tattoo. But the silence of the official party actually enlarges the space for speculation. On Twitter, TikTok, and forums such as Pan and the Coup, fans began dissecting the corners of the images. In fact, some fans made collages of photos of Lisa's eyes and pictures of the tattoo to strengthen their arguments. More than just the eye shape match, many netizens highlighted the timing of the tattoo's appearance. Some argue that the tattoo began to appear after Jungkook and Lisa both performed at major overseas events last year. The two have never appeared together in an official frame, but various fancam videos show a brief backstage moment that has led to much speculation. So, is this tattoo a reflection of a personal relationship that has never been confirmed? This phenomenon leads to a broader discussion: how fans shape the narrative and meaning of the visual symbols of their idol artists. In K-pop fandom culture, tattoos are often considered an emotional representation, a symbol of memory, or a form of respect for someone. So, when Jungkook chose to draw eyes on his body, a very personal part of his body, the public certainly felt there was something to say. However, skepticism is also emerging. Some pop culture watchers and celebrity lifestyle analysts have argued that the association between Jungkook and Lisa's tattoos is a form of overanalysis from a public hungry for love stories. They confirmed that the shape of the eye could have been a random design from a tattoo artist, with no special meaning, let alone a romantic link. Even so, the appeal of gossip remains stronger than clarification. Not a few fans who flatly reject the explanation, coincidence of design. They believe that as an artist with a high degree of visual control over his image, Jungkook could not have chosen a design without deep meaning. Moreover, he is known as a very detailed person and a perfectionist towards every aspect of the art he displays, including tattoos. It should be noted that Lisa Blackpink herself until now has never responded to these rumors. However, his neutrality in the face of this issue actually made public opinion even wilder. Silence can mean anything in the digital space. It can mean indifferent. It can also mean silently acknowledging. Unfortunately, without official clarification, all that remains is a constantly evolving public interpretation. Inevitably, the appeal of this issue lies in the tension between reality and public expectations. Jungkook is a global symbol and icon of modern masculinity with widespread cultural influence, while Lisa is a representation of beauty, strength, and free self-expression. If these two figures do have an emotional connection, then such a symbol as an eye tattoo becomes a very powerful means of tacit communication. On the other hand, this issue also raises big questions about the role of social media in shaping and spreading celebrity narratives. Platforms such as TikTok and Twitter became the main arena for the spread of the theory of Lisa's eyes in Jungkook's hands. Users with millions of followers create visual analysis content, embed evidence, compare eyebrow shapes, petal lines, to the sparkle of the eyeball. However, behind the flurry of speculation, a much more important question arises. Is this all real, or is it just a mirror of the public's collective desire for celebrity romance? Are we looking for meaning in something that is actually neutral, simply because of the urge to see the world of celebrities as a stage of emotional drama? This issue reflects the public's tendency to shape stories from visual snippets, construct meaning from the silence of idols, and fill information gaps with personal expectations. Perhaps, the eye tattoo really has nothing to do with Lisa at all. But the fact that so many people believe it shows how much influence narrative has in the digital age. More interestingly, some fans actually see this as an indirect strategy to attract global media attention. In modern marketing culture, every symbol, every gesture, and every visual decision of a celebrity can be capitalized as a branding reinforcement tool. Thus, is it possible that this tattoo is not only about personal expression, but also a deliberate indirect means of communication? Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: Jungkook's eye tattoo has taken center stage, provoking debate, speculation, and hope from millions of fans around the world. The little symbol now carries a huge weight between artistic expression, romance speculation, and public expectations hungry for clarity. If the public continues to treat every element of a celebrity's body as an object for interpretation, when can they have a truly protected space of privacy? On the other hand, if artists like Jungkook do intentionally play visual symbols to construct a particular narrative, isn't that a legitimate form of communication in the digital age? This article invites you to reflect. Do you really believe that the tattoo is Lisa's eyes? Or do you just want to believe it because the narrative is too compelling to ignore? And more importantly, can we as a public still distinguish between symbols and reality, between facts and interpretations? In situations like this, a skeptical and reflective attitude is key. In the midst of such a heavy flow of information, we need to hone our critical thinking skills, not swallow every viral narrative raw, and not immediately believe in an evidence just because it looks like it matches our expectations. Because, behind a picture, there can be no meaning whatsoever, or it holds a story that is not yet ready to be revealed. Looking at the uproar generated by the allegation that the eye tattoo on Jungkook's arm is a representation of Blackpink's Lisa eye, the most basic question we need to ask is this really real, or is it just a narrative deliberately shaped to create sensation? Are we witnessing an artist's personal expression, or are we trapped in a trap of overinterpretation driven by social media algorithms? Let's reflect. Is it possible that a tattoo, without clarification from its owner, can be considered solid evidence of a hidden relationship? Are the media and fans too quick to draw conclusions from a visual symbol with no concrete basis? Or furthermore, was this narrative deliberately brought up by certain parties to provoke attention, spark debate, and strengthen the visibility of celebrities in the digital realm? In a world driven by the speed of information and the obsession with the private lives of public figures, it is very easy for opinion to turn into mass truth simply because it is massively viralized. In fact, information circulating, especially from TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and online forums, does not necessarily go through a rigorous verification process. Are we, as consumers of information, wise enough to respond to it? Or do we contribute to spreading potential hoaxes just because we are tempted by a tempting title? Therefore, it is important to instill skepticism in the face of any information, especially related to the personal life of public figures. Don't let perception replace evidence. Don't let hope replace truth. And don't let virality replace verification. The truth does not belong to the most talked about, but to those who are willing to ask deeper questions. Thank you.